welcome back to Reset Rise Midlife, the space where we talk about real love, healing, and the mindset shifts that help us grow through what we go through. Today's episode is a deep one, and honestly, it's one that hits home for so many couples. We're talking about how we speak about our spouse in our head, the private conversations, the silent judgments, the inner stories that no one hears. But that energy never lies. Here's the truth. If we think low of our partner, they'll never rise higher in our eyes. And the way we speak about them internally becomes the filter we see them through externally. Let me ask you something. What story do you tell yourself about your partner when they forget to do something? When they pull away emotionally, when they don't meet your expectations? Do you say they never listen, or they don't care, or maybe, why am I the only one trying? Because those thoughts, repeated, become programming. And through NLP, we know repetition equals reinforcement. And every time you replay that story, you're anchoring it deeper into your nervous system. But here's the twist. What if the problem isn't that your partner doesn't care? What if your brain is just repeating an outdated narrative that's protecting you from being disappointed again? That's emotional intelligence. Being able to step back, observe the emotion without letting it run the show. Instead of reacting from hurt, we respond from awareness. So instead of they don't care, we shift it to right now, I'm feeling unheard. How can I express that without attacking or withdrawing? That's the difference between blaming and building. And I'll be real with you, I've done this. There have been times where in my own marriage, I caught myself thinking, he just doesn't get it. But when I slowed down, I took a breath and I actually checked the facts. The truth was, he was trying, just in his way. My thoughts were painting him small, when what he really needed was for me to see his effort, not his flaws. And that shift changed everything. Because when you choose to see your spouse's potential instead of their patterns, you create space for growth, not resentment. So here's a little NLP exercise for you. Something you can do today. Catch the story. Every time you think something critical about your partner, pause. Literally stop the thought mid-sentence. Question it. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Or is it just familiar? And reframe it. Instead of they're lazy, try they may need support or motivation differently than I do. That simple reframe breaks the mental loop and opens the door for empathy and communication. And emotional intelligence, it's about regulating your reactions before it becomes a relationship pattern. Men, you might not always have or use your words, but your silence can still speak stories. What do you think when your partner brings up emotions? Do you label it as drama, or can you start to see it as a bid for connection? And ladies, when your partner shuts down, do you tell yourself he doesn't care? Or can you recognize that maybe he's protecting himself from saying something wrong? See, our internal language either builds bridges or it burns them. When both people take ownership of their inner dialogue, you start to create a safe emotional climate for growth, honesty, and love to thrive. Let's do a quick visualization. Close your eyes if you can. Take a slow breath in. Think of your partner standing right in front of you. Now, imagine every judgment, every assumption, every they never phrase floating out of your body and fading away. Now, replace it with one thought. I choose to see them through love today. You feel the energy shift? That's what emotional alignment feels like. So repeat after me and really mean it. I take responsibilities for the stories I tell myself. My thoughts create the tone of my relationship. I choose connection over criticism. I see my partner as growing, not broken. We are both learning, both evolving, and both deserving of grace. Look, relationships aren't about perfection. They're about awareness. And when you start to notice how you talk about your spouse, even silently, you'll start to see how much power you actually have to shift the energy in your home. Remember, what you think about your partner becomes the version of them you feed every day. So feed faith, not frustration. See effort, not flaws. Speak life even in silence. Because when your thoughts start to align with love, your relationship will begin to mirror it back to you. So I want to thank everyone for listening to this episode of Reset and Rise Midlife. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with your partner, not as a hint, but as a conversation starter, because real growth starts with awareness. So until next time, breathe, reset, and keep rising.